I can't believe I've stooped so low as to making tier maker list videos. How the mighty have fallen. Anyway, this is gonna be every single Demon Slayer character, not like every single one, like not all the little minor whatever. It doesn't matter. I've This was created by Mandy Lottie. So if you really like Demon Slayer tier list, go check them out. Credit where credit is due. This is thorough. It's so thorough that I actually don't even know who most of these I can only really name like four characters. I don't know who these bottom few are. I had to reorganize it into a sane way because I don't. Some of these characters, I think they're only from the manga, and I don't like to read. I've only ever read like, let's see what mangas I've read. I've read Garfield, a little bit of Calvin and Hobbes, Volume 1 of Berserk. That was gifted to me by a friend. Those are the only animes I've read. Now, as you can see, I've organized it into little sections. And then you may be wondering, why are there duplicates of characters? And I'll get into that when I get into that. And I also have ignore that. I have the fandom pulled up, sponsored by Shadron State College in Peacock. I don't know what the Demon Slayer crossover to that is, but in case I don't remember what a character is, because I won't, I have the fandom pulled up just to give myself a little bit of a reminder, and so I can remember their name. Oh, 1,500 users online on Discord. Oh boy. Oh, it's affiliated. I see. Bad MGM. Oh boy. Anyway, let's get into it. So I think we're starting with. I don't speak Japanese. I never have. I only know like. I don't know anything. So forgive me for saying these names wrong. Also, my tiers. I changed the original to something more suited to my needs. At the we have, of course, actually a good character. We have F. Don't like him. There's a bunch of characters that haven't even done anything. They've just sat there or been presented. And then we have Lolly Pedo Bait as the lowest of the low. So I think we're starting with Yorichi, who's like Tanjiro's cool badass ancestor who like made Muzan little scared, made him little shake in his boots, little pee in his pants. You know what I mean? Dookie flying out of his jeans. He's the only man to ever be cool. He's like an original Demon Slayer. He's like he uses the sun variation type. No dialogue. I mean, he does kind of talk to Tanjiro a little bit in like a vision he has in like the Swordsmith village. That's his dad. I'm not sure. He's like, we don't know anything about him other than he was hot shit back in his day, but he lost clearly because Mr. Man is still around. So I'm gonna put him. B tier because he doesn't say anything. He hasn't said anything annoying, so that's a little bit better than nothing. We'll do Tanjiro's relatives first. We'll do his whole ass family first. Then we'll get to him. His dad is like a little weak as shit, frail little man. He does a cool fire dance thingy, but he look at his sunken bones. Look at his agonized expression. He's just so weak, and he's kind of a sea little man. He couldn't protect his family. I think he died before he could even get the chance to do that. He didn't even get killed by a demon. He just like had a cold and then left the series and life. So, I mean, real man of the year. I think he was a good dad though. C tier for him. Tanjiro's mom. Eh, she's just mom character. She's supposed to be maternal. There's not really anything to her. I don't know if they tried to make her hot or something, but one of these is Takeo. I think it's this one. They're the same fucking person. All these people are the same person. I'm just gonna grade his family as a whole. The baby is D. They're all kind of D. Yeah, they're all kind of D. And then there's, I think he's the one that talks a little. I can't remember which one actually says shit. Yeah, they're D tier. His family's D tier. And then I think this is Nezuko pre becoming a demon, and she like talks about acorns or something, or collecting dirt or grass or something from a mountain, strawberries or something. She's like C tier, I guess. I don't know. I just like the look of this one of his brothers better. Which one is that? Yeah, it's Takeo. And then Ki, Hanako, Shiguru, Rokuda, Sumiyoshi. That's just Tanjiro though. Suyuko, the baby, his grandmother. Where is she? Oh yeah, Tanjiro's grandma. She's C tier, I think, because she tells him what demons are. Okay. Yeah, they're fine, I guess. So let's move on. Tanjiro Kamado himself. So now I made two of them because there's kind of like two different versions. There's him when he's normal, and there's him when he's like in kind of a blood rage, like his eyes have all these are all red and bloody, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm angry now. I want to do fire sword attack and I really need to cut this guy's head off." So, normal Tanjiro is C. He's even worse than his ancestor. He's just kind of like, what was me? I'm such a good man. I'm a good protagonist. Aren't I such a good person? I will never betray my friends. He's just like standard fucking little wimpy. He's not wimpy. He's just in his head is hard, and that makes him kind of seem like an idiot. He's just like naive protagonist in his normal state. When he's in a blood rage, though, when he really wants to cut somebody's head off, I think that's almost an A tier. Because he like, man up is not the right word, but he gets a little more interesting when he gets pissed. Cinematically, it's much cooler than when he's normal. Let's see here. Inosuke, what's his last name? He is Inosuke Hashibira. Yeah, that's how you'd say it. Inosuke. Goated character. Good character. Like him. He's great. I mean, he's a little annoying sometimes. He's like a little obnoxious. I'm basing all my information off the TV show. Like I said, I don't read. So, in the show at least, with the English VA, pretty good. Like the boar head, like the serrated swords, using two of them. Kind of comes across sometimes in places as the actual leader of the group, not Tanjiro, which I can see. He's brash. He gets up to a little cool, funky, fun hijinks. Real, just real funny, brash, burly character. Just one of those guys, you know. He reminds me of like I don't know. It's very fitting that a boar's head is his like thing, and that he lived in some mountain. He grew up in like the middle of nowhere. He grew up in the hills, and he doesn't even know how to talk or something like that. It's very fitting. It's kind of weird they made him like some handsome Chad underneath too. I don't know why the picture doesn't have the boar's head, so I might need to. I don't know what they were getting at without giving him his cool, unique helmet. His Dark Souls 1 boar helmet. Alright, so Zenitsu. When he is a whiny little piss boy, crybaby, he is an F. He's literally the worst thing ever. He's just like, oh, Nezuko, oh, I'll protect you. He's like this. He's a piss ant. He's pee-pee piss boy. That's why his colors are yellow. He's a pee-pee piss boy. Now this is going to be the most stark contrast in the whole thing. When he is asleep and he turns into an actual character and not some piss rag of a little bitch, he's actually a good character when he's asleep. So he's F when he's some shithead, and he's a good esque tier character when he's not even awake, when he's not himself. I'd actually argue that when he's asleep, that's the real Zenitsu. When he's awake, that's just some like fugue state, cover up, MK Ultra experiment, pseudo version of himself. That's not real. Okay. I don't remember this lady's name. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna have to remember what her name was. Who is this? Ayui Kanzaki. She hangs out at the Butterfly Mansion, I guess, with the Butterfly Lady. She's like a little, I don't know, what's the word? It's when you work there, but not really. She's like an intern for Butterfly Lady, and she, I don't know, does she have like a crush on Tanjiro or something? I don't remember. It's fine, I guess. She calls out, well, we'll get to him in a second. Okay. So these are all the normal tier Demon Slayers, not the cool ones, just the little boys. What's the fucking guy's name? I forgot again. Genya Shinazugawa. This is going to be very controversial. Not really. Genya, actually good character. The Glock Hashira, the gun Hashira, the only real Second Amendment character. Blows away demons with a shotgun. I don't know what more you want from the show. And then he eats them afterwards. Extremely metal. I'd argue we're not listening to that right now. Blows away demons with a shotgun. I don't know what more you want from it. I'd argue he's... Hold on, and we are ordering this in a way. Is he better, though? I think he's better than Inosuke. But Yeah. And Inosuke is better than Sleeping Zenitsu. Okay. So he's the best character so far out of all of this. And then you can just rearrange these any way you wish. I don't like the baby, so she's at the bottom. I guess the mom's fine. Tanjiro's definitely better than his dad, so I'll put him there. And then young Nezuko, sure. Grandma, better than her. She's up there. The dad, he sucks. He's almost D. He's low C. I guess. No, Nezuko's better than the grandma. I'll say that. Pre-demon Nezuko is confirmed better than Tanjiro's grandma. Okay, who's this now? This is the other butterfly squire, little squire person. Kanao Suguri. Fucking butchered that. I don't really remember much. I think she saves Tanjiro in the setting, is around. He's like, "Oh, you're so pretty." That, or it's her master, who's over here, over there. She is. I don't really remember. I think she just says some stuff, maybe like kills a demon and then fucks off for the rest of the show. That's B tier. I can get with that. That's pretty base. That's goated. Hold on, let me take off my jacket. It's kind of too warm in this room. It's getting a little steamy. I'm also gonna open some Cheez-Its because I am hungry. You can't expect me to talk about this show. This show I watched only once on Netflix while I was like several months ago, last year. You can't expect me to talk about it without cracking open some Cheez-Its. Who's this man? I think this is an unnamed character. Let me check. He's in the minor characters. Is he just not listed at all? Because this is one of the few people I remember. Well, he's not on here, but he's the delivery guy. He's the man that keeps coming across Tanjiro over and over, even though he's like some D tier demon slayer. He's like nobody at all. He doesn't even have a name, I don't think. And he like takes care of him after he's injured in the entertainment district arc. And he's like, "Wow, I keep coming across you, and you keep doing awesome stuff. Keep up the good work." But then he like just kind of walks around or keeps dragging him places when he needs to be. You might deliver him to the Swordsmith Village. I'm not sure. He's A tier because he doesn't seem to be that annoying. He does a one like little cry thing, the little cry like ah thing they do when shit happens that I don't like, but other than that, I think he's fine. Now who is this? That's Murata. Wow. He's an ally of Tanjiro. I think I remember this man now. He does water breathing. He seems like a little bitch. I think he's a little bitch character, just based on his shocked reaction. We'll put him C tier. Yeah, he's just above young Nezuko. Now, we're getting into the Hashira. The actual people. The people are actually doing stuff. So, now we get to talk about Giyu Tomioka, the water Hashira. He is well, he does some cool stuff. He almost kills Tanjiro, which I like. He kills a whole bunch of demons. He's fast as shit for some reason. He's like the introduction to how cool this group of people can be, or like the height of human strength or something. And then he kind of fucks off for the rest of the series. I haven't seen him since. He like brings them to the mansion. He says, "You're gonna be a little cool demon slayer. You're gonna be a great man," and then he just leaves. And I've never seen him again. Maybe he gets like a letter that like certain character died. Spoilers, by the way, for all of Demon Slayer, but you knew that. But he's gonna. I don't know. He does a bunch of cool shit and then leaves, which I can appreciate. And I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him in A tier, and I'm gonna put him slightly below Tanjiro's Blood Rage, just because Tanjiro's Blood Rage mode looks cool. His is just water, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have to reorganize this at some point. So Giyu's a good boy. Giyu's the man. If he can't do it, no one can. That's Giyu. He's the man. Who's this? The insect Hashira? Shinobu Kocho? I get her and the flower Hashiro Kane Kocho. Okay, because they're sisters. No wonder they're the same fucking person in their mind. I didn't even know they were two distinct characters. I thought they were the same person. Honestly, I don't remember. I think the insect one is the one that saves Tanjiro in like the woods, and the butterfly one. No, the butterfly one's the one that saves him. The insect one is also there, maybe, and like kills some demon down here. Whatever. Since I can't remember them, I'm just gonna put them on the same tier. And they're not like expressly annoying or like Lollipito bait. And I don't remember their voice being particularly annoying, but I'll put them on the same tier. They're both B. Not as good as the Grandpappy, but they're both like better than their shitty intern who they keep around for some reason. What do you mean? She's training to be a Hashira? No shot. She's just there to make tea and do medicine or something. Alright, I'm back. I had to revise the list because I realized who a few people were. And then I closed out, and then I had to reorganize it back to the exact specifications of the way I had it before. Will we have returned? And I realized I did not. I am not ready. Even though I started talking about one of the Hashira, I was not ready because there's still one shit tier swords person, normal Demon Slayer to talk about. Whatever her name is. Hold on. She is Ozaki. What is your deal? In the Mount Naragumo arc of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Very kind and selfless. Something to do with spider webs. She gets murdered. Okay. Yeah, on that hill where they're trying to fight demons. Well, she does get killed. Does that guy get killed? If that guy doesn't get killed, I'm going to think very poorly of her. He's like Inosuke. His family was killed by demons. Yeah, he gets saved. He doesn't die. Okay. And she does? Pretty suck. I guess C tier. I'll just put them together because why not? They're in the same arc. I care the same amount about them. I remember them the same amount, which is none. I suppose Grandma and pre-demon Nezuko are better than these shit swordsmen. And then I don't know. His dad's at the end. Low D, low C. Same with his Tanjiro's stupid brother. Okay. The actual Hashira, minus the water one, which I already talked about. He is one moment. He's the Wind Hashira, Senemi Shinazugawa. Oh yeah, he's the Gun Hashira's brother. He's the Glock Hashira's brother, and I think he's insane and he wants Tanjiro dead. So that immediately puts him at least in A tier for that, because and he wants Demon Nezuko to get killed, which I completely agree with. So yeah, I think he's A tier for that. He's not as good as Messenger Boy because Messenger Boy has some funny moments. I don't remember any of them, but I think he does have some funny moments. All right, who's next? The Mist Hashira. I know that's his name. Muichiro Tokito. Hell yeah. I'd say he's. I think he's the best character so far. I'm going to put him high S. I really like his personality. I don't like it before, like what happens after, where he realizes, oh shit, I need to be nice to people. I liked it when he just slaps one of these Tengu head wearing people. And he says, get out of my way. And then he duels the Big Mac. And he's just a dick to everybody. But then he's like, I sense no aggression here. I really like that. He's aloof. He's a little aloof man who doesn't remember anything. And he's like, this is the most powerful warrior. He's the strongest warrior. He's great. He has a glazed over look like he doesn't even know where he is. One of the best ones. One of the actual characters I like. And his backstory is not annoying either. Because I realized these two. I thought they were just from the manga or something. But this is young Muichiro and his brother, who are on the same tier as, I don't know. He does turn into that, so that kind of gives him points. He's he's as good as Tanjiro's brother, and then his brother, who I remember is kind of an asshole. He's he's better. He's B, because his personality, spoilers, is his brother's personality, kind of transplanted onto himself because he fucking forgot. So that's cool. So basically, I like his brother more than I like him because he doesn't remember who he is. Oh yeah, okay. Now we're getting to the good characters. Actually, I'll move him. I'll save him for the end of the Hashira because I like him the most. The monk guy, what's his deal? He's so obscure. He's not. Oh no, he's the Stone Hashira Gyome Himejima. Man hasn't done anything yet. He found out a certain character died, and then it was just like, oh, what a shame. That's his whole arc so far. That's everything that's happened with him. He seems to be kind of like a giant, and he's wearing prayer beads, so he's probably like some sort of Buddhist, some sort of monk, which is pretty cool, I guess. But he hasn't done shit. Hasn't done shit. Another one allegedly for the hasn't done shit category is the Serpent Hashira Obanai Iguru. Cannot say that name. I mean, I think his whole thing is he has a crush on another Hashira person we'll get to, and he's also kind of a dick to Tanjiro, which I like when they first meet. He's like, yeah, we gotta get rid of Nezuko. So I put him, and he has like dual eyes, and he kind of looks cool. He has that snake that's not on here because it doesn't have a personality. But what else does he do? He makes new boots for one of the other characters. He's like a tailor, weirdly. That's all we know about him is he showed up late at the end of one of their arcs. He's a tailor, and he also he kind of punks on Tanjiro a little, which I think is funny. I like him a little bit more than Genya's brother. That's the actual character's name is Genya's brother. I like him more than Genya's brother because Genya's brother is a little, those cracked, insane looking eyes. Like he's fine. It's kind of funny to be mean, but he's not as cool as Snake Man. Snake Man has a little bit more personality. I think this is a young version of the Love Hashira Mitsuri Kanroji, whom everyone and their grandmother cosplays. For some reason, I guess because love, I guess because sexy or something. She is, as a young person, she's like, I want to be my own person. My hair's. I mean, that's not her because she has weird streaks in her hair. Well, they're not shown, they're at the bottom. Huh. Well, yeah, because she dyes her hair black because she doesn't want to. She wants to be normal so she can get good husbandu. On the same tier as. No, I put her on the same level as pre-Demon Nezuko. Just kind of, looking for a husband. Nobody likes her. They're like, you're a shit wife, which I think is kind of hilarious. But her actually, Mitsuri, controversial take. She's fine. She's B. She's better than the ancestor. She does like do the cool whip thing and like kills that one guy almost instantly. And kind of saves the day a little bit. High B, highest of the B, I think. Good character, not really any complaints. A little too presumptuous, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's an anime. Okay, now we'll get to what's this guy's name? Rengoku. I don't even need to look it up. Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. He is, without a doubt, I'd say he's worse than the baby. He's D. He's trash. He's the worst Hashira. He sucks. He immediately gets punked on. Like he's in 4 episodes, does one cool flame attack down a hallway, does some cool or down a train. I mean, he does like a cool flame line attack, does some cool stuff, has a moment of I'll stand proud and just hold some guy's sword in me, or is he holds some dude's fist inside of himself while he's dying, and he's like, and then humans will never surrender. I don't know, and then he dies like a little bitch. Not even 12 seconds after meeting him. I guess he is. I'm going to put him as high D. He's better than. It'd be funny if he wasn't as good as Tanjiro's mom. He's the highest of the D's. He's worse than Tanjiro's dad. He fucking dies immediately. He does eat the food in a funny way. He says like excellent or something. He says great really loudly every time he eats. It was a good joke for like the first two episodes, the first 12 times, and then it kind of wears thin. I guess he does run real fast and cut that one dude in half. But still, I mean, he's like the way he goes out is not an honor or glory. He's I mean, it's supposed to be honorable. It's supposed to be like, yeah, he's taking a stand for all of us, but it's really, really just a pathetic character. Let's move on to somebody we actually like. Let's move on to somebody cool. Uh, Mr. Izui, the wind Hash or the sound Hashira Tengen Izui. This is one of the characters I remember for good reason. Best of the S tier. Best character. Closest thing in this show to like a JoJo character, in my opinion. He's like. He has probably the best fight scene ever in the entire thing. And on top of that, he has the award winning personality. He takes a bunch of children to the red light like district brothel town that he hangs out at. I like how that's his stomping grounds is the whorehouses. Very cool. And on top of that, which makes him even better, is he has a harem of wives. None of the other Hashira have accomplished that. I think that's one for the ages. And he's a shinobi, which is cool. He's the only ninja. Because the rest of them are like kind of samurai analogs or like samurai types. This is the only ninja in the group. And he's fat. You can't hear him run. He's fast as shit, has a cool fight scene with a skinny demon down here. Very neat. And he lives too. He doesn't die like a little bitch like Rengoku. I guess we can review his wives. I like him. Uh Definitely the best one is what is her name? Makio. Definitely the best one. I'm gonna put her. Kind of reminds me of Launch from Dragon Ball, a show I never watched, but just the kind of fiery, like, oh, I'm hot woman energy. Um, huh. How much do I like Makio? I like her better than these two. High B tier much, but not as cool as maybe the ancestor. The other wife, not really as much as Low B, not as good as Miss Toshira Guy's elder brother, who's really him. Not as good as him. And then this wife is the only bad one. She's down here. She sucks. She's annoying. Her voice is annoying. I hate her. Just bad character all around. And I think that's all the Hashira for now. That's all of them. Every single one. These are the former Hashira. They put Izui in former Hashira because he quits, but he quits like a boss, actually. He says, nah, I'm not doing this job anymore. I lost my arm. Also, he doesn't use a katana like the rest of them because he's a shinobi. He uses this weird kind of nunchuck sword thing, like nunchucks essentially, but it's a sword. Very neat. He has the Naruto headband. Naruto. Former Hashira, former guys. used to be lit. Rengoku's dad. Um, high S or low S. Very, very cool. I'd say he's the bottom of good characters. He's an alcoholic. He beats his son. He tells like his kid, "You're shit. Even though you're gonna take my job, you're shit. I hate you. Everything sucks." He's really the only relatable character in the show, I think. He sits on his ass doing nothing all day, drinking and telling his young son that he sucks and he'll never be anything and that he should stop reading books. And that we're all gonna die anyway. And he's even better than his son because he actually lived through his career to the point where he became jaded. So you must have known that he was good. Like there's a little cutscene type deal in the train arc where they show him being like a hero back in the day, and now he just sucks. He's the worst, and I love him for it. He's great. In every frame, he looks pissed. He does apologize to Tanjiro, I think, for like beating him up and looking down on him, but I don't think he meant it. And then he like mourns the death of his son, who he didn't care about anyway. Very cool. This is Zenitsu's master or his, I don't know what you call it, his trainer, the lightning one, the lightning Hashira, who we never really get anything on. He just tells Zenitsu that he sucks, and Zenitsu's like, "Oh, I can only do one move," and he's like, "Then make it the best move you can do," which I like. I think he's A. He like has, he kind of looks like Uncle Iroh, which I like, and telling some kid to like only practice one move because if that's the only thing you can do, it's pretty based. That's what I was gonna say about Rengoku's dad is unbelievably based. The most basest character in comparison, maybe even to Izui. Izui's still a little bit more based. We like him a little bit more. This guy wearing a Tengu mask. Who's he? This is Sakonji Urukadaki, the Water Hashira, former Water Hashira. I'd say he's not as good as Mitsuri just because reasons. You know, because she like slashes a whole bunch of shit and actually holds her own and has a weird sword that I kind of liked. It was like flowing. It wasn't really. It looks like it was shittily put together. Not as good as her, but he is cool. He's a dick to Tanjiro, which earns him points. He's in C, by the way. The real, like, normal Tanjiro's in C. Blood Rage Tanjiro's in A. He's a dick to him. He trains him. He has a bunch of people do crazy shit in the woods. A crazy man. He's also a smith. He makes all the swords that fucktard Tanjiro keeps breaking. Good on him. He's a good man. Good man with a heart of gold. And I put the rest of the Tengu Mask people next to each other from the Swordsmith arc. I think this is the guy who kept hammering like the perfect Sengoku era blade over and over. What is his name? He is Kozo Kanamori. Okay, Kozo Kanamori is... He's pretty good. I like him. I like that he just keeps hammering over and over. That or he's some other character, but if it is some other character, we're just going to say it's him. I like that he... Wait, is that him or is it this guy with the bandana? I want to be sure I'm getting the person right. Okay, no. That's not who he is. I think this is a little bitch man who likes Mitsuri a lot, or is just like, yeah, the Swordsmith Village. If he's the simp type character, I don't think I liked him at all, from what I can remember. I'm gonna put him in D. Yeah, I don't think I liked him. I think he sucks. This guy, the who is he? What's he in? Tetsuido? Huh. Oh, he's the one that makes Muichiro's swords, and then he died of a heart attack. I think I remember liking him. I'll put him in. He's on grandma tier. He's better than. He's as good as a grandma. Maybe not as good as these other people, just because they have more going on, but he's alright. I'd say he's better than young Mitsuri. Maybe. Not as good as. Not as good as pre demon. Uh. Nezuko. Anyway, the old fart pervert guy. He's like, "Oh, Mitsuri, come here." He's a creep. I don't like him. He's a boomer. F. He sucks. He's a little shithead. This is the Tengu Mask swordsmith that Muichiro slaps. But then he has kind of a cool training arc. I think he's mean to Tanjiro. He tells him to do shit. He almost kills him because he makes him work out too much against like a bot. He has kind of a cool moment with Muichiro. He almost dies. He gives him his sword so he can make that possible. He's huh. Why did I put in retrospect, why did I put he's like C tier. Why did I put young Muichiro underneath this lady that just dies? He's like at least as good as I like him more than young Nezuko, pre-demon Nezuko. I'll put him there. You know what? I actually am gonna put him. He's high C. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm an idiot. He's the main character. He has stuff going on. I'll give him that. Tanjiro's not worse than young Muichiro, but they're neck and neck. I think that's a good spot for him. I don't really like him that much, but he does have a few moments that put him above the simps down here. No, the actual guy, the actual swordsmith I like. He is like yeah, this is a spot for him. That moment where he just keeps smithing over and over, and he just like, oh, I got to work on this pure. He's the only. He's a pure focus. And he beats the shit out of everybody he doesn't like. He will keep hammering. He will craft the perfect blade, no matter what. It's a very cool scene. Very neat. Not a nice character, which earns him points. Kind of a dick to Tanjiro again. Being a dick to Tanjiro really is what gets you high in the tier list. No, I just like the man of pure focus. I believe on to the next one. I believe this is the bot that's designed after Tanjiro's ancestor, Ichiri or whatever. He's I mean, the bot technically hasn't done anything because it's not a living person. That or this is someone else. We're just gonna say this is the bot though. The robot is kind of. I'm gonna put him next to the ancestor because they're the same person. They're supposed to be like. The bot is supposed to be like the human incarnation of what the ancestor was supposed to be like, but they gave him like 8 arms to compensate for how fast that guy was. So I'm gonna put they're essentially the same person, so I'm gonna put them on the same level. The cat that delivered um the letters to all the people. The cat is fine. The cat's slightly better than Tanjiro's dad. Maybe better than his brother too. Um, cat really doesn't do anything. It just relays messages. I don't know who this bear or who this bird is. This is gonna be a placeholder, or I don't know whose bird this is. This is gonna be a placeholder for everybody's like crow, the ones that like squawk and tell them to do shit. So it's on the same level as the cat. It's just some delivery message boy, some mailman animal. That's all it is. Are they better though than these? No, because these people have actual characters. Lunch Lady. I can't find Lunch Lady's mom, but Lunch Lady, the lunch girl that gives not Bakugo, Rengoku his meals is C. Maybe I don't know. Has more going on than these two back here, but I don't know. I kind of like the nice little. It's just the food looked good, and character wasn't particularly annoying. Middle C, just a perfectly fine normal character. Um, ugh, ugh. Rengoku's younger brother. Ugh. F. Bottom of F. He sucks. He's a little bitch boy. He sucks. He's pissed. And he's like, I'll do research for you, Tanjiro. I'll do your homework for you. I'll read and bring you back the knowledge. What a fucking asshole. What a little shit. I hate him. He's bottom F. He's worse than the like old pervert. Rengoku's mom. She didn't make Rengoku and the younger brother, so she kind of died, which was kind of cool in an interesting way. I like her more. She's huh. She's on. I like her about as much as like I have no feelings about it. So I do like her more than these lot over here. Um, more than Grandma. Next to young Mitsuri. Rengoku's mom's alright. Goes leaves the setting when she should, when she needs to. Just says some shit, fucks off. Makes alcoholic Rengoku's dad, who I do like. Now on to some characters that I completely don't remember. This is the haven't gave a shit section. I don't know who that is. I don't see him. I don't know who that is. He's just some random ass guy. I guess he must be in like some sort of arc as like a minor character. He might have been in a training arc. Um, Based on his appearance, he looks like he's some D tier swordsman, which leads to me to believe he either died or sucks or just isn't that great. So I'll put him with them. He's wearing their outfit. No idea who this young boy is. He might have been on the train somewhere. Indifference is better than how I feel for these characters because I just don't like them. So if I don't know who they are, I'm indifferent. Who gives a shit? They go and see. This is the geisha girl in the entertainment district that's nice, not the horrible demon. She's alright. She has some fucktards hanging around her. she has some cool like step like funeral procession high heels that she's wearing when she walks through the thing. She's alright. She's about mm, I like her low B. I like her a little bit less than the one of Uzui's wives. She's a nice introduction to geisha stuff, but they don't actually say what they're doing. They just kind of gloss over it in Demon Slayer. They're like, yeah, this is the entertainment district. They're hoes. They're sex workers. It's my favorite arc. It's the sex worker arc. This is the mean geisha, like kind of lady, the lady of the house, the madam of all the other prostitutes. The one that's like, you need to get your shit together. She's, I don't know, D tier, probably. I think I remember her as being annoying. I'll put her next to the Uzui wife I don't like. Ooh, first one of the Lollipedo bait is the geisha girl that's hanging out there. That's like 7 or 4. I don't like that. I don't even like the implications. I don't even go near that. I'm not gonna talk about it. Not a fan of what goes on there. This guy looks like Saitama. This guy looks like One Punch Man. What was he in? What's his arc? What's Bald Boy about? He is bald. I know that. Agitated towards Kanjiro. Huh. And he's ordinary. Well, if you're agitated towards Kanjiro, that at least puts you in C. If you're agitated towards Kanjiro, that makes you um hmm. At least here, just for that one line, just being a little pissed at him for something to do with noodles. It's pretty good. I mean, his frame is him screaming, so put him next to the other food-related character. Who is this? Who's this man? Oh. Saburo. His hair is curved. Sincerity towards Kanjiro. His family was killed by man-eating demons. He gives Tanjiro food. Ooh, he's nice to Tanjiro. Place that puts him in D. He isn't really much of a simp. I put him in D next to Rengoku. I don't really like Tanjiro's family just because there's too many of them. This woman cloned fucking the same kid like 18 times. And really, I think Big Bad down here was doing us a service by getting rid of them. Otherwise, they would have consumed all of the nation's resources. Who's a sad looking damsel? You can skip over this part of the video if you need to. The Kidnapper's Bog arc, and this is Toki. Uh-huh. Gets kidnapped by a demon. Where's a kimono? Well, that's more than Tanjiro's dad ever did, so at least you're doing something with your life. I'll put you here with the characters I can't remember. Who are you? Woman with glossed over purple eyes. You are Tamayo? What was that? Oh, she's a demon. Oh, I put her in the wrong place. Um. Oh yeah, she's the doctor that wants the blue flower. Uh. Yeah, she's in the entertainment district, and she's like, "Oh, I'll do research. I'll do research." That kind of puts her in the same spot as him, but I think she's a little more interesting. Uh, Rengoku's mom tier, about the same. Really, just C. Let's see here. Who's this guy? I'm gonna say that about every fucking character. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? I have no idea who this man is. That person is one of these people. Oh, it's the mansion children. What about them? I think it's this guy. They're in the drum house, and their thing was kidnapped by Tongue Demon. You go next to your brother because I don't care about you and I don't know anything about you. This person was in the beginning arc. They were in the training. I think the final selection arc. Yeah, he has a cool hat and he's like, "Yeah, I do water." Former apprentice. He does like the final exam for Tanjiro. Hmm. He met Giyu. Failed to kill Hand Demon. He has the fox mask like Fortnite. I think he dies or something. He's like the introduction to like a character that can kind of. From what I remember, I don't think he was that annoying, and he had like a sister or some shit. Like, I think that's his sister down there. He looks vaguely interesting, design wise. Some cool abilities, jumping around, I guess. Um, Not as good as Grandma. Better than the food people and the people I don't care about. Who's this? Who is this? Who's this man? Satoko. Are you also kidnapped by the Tongue Demon? By the Swamp Demon? She gets killed and he adds the hairpin to his collection. So you died due to Swamp Demon. Well, that puts you on the same tier as your shit sister, I guess. Or whoever you're related to. And this person is related to that swordsman, right? Yeah. Same tier. I don't think she's as annoying. I don't remember any lolly type thing going on there, thankfully. So, yeah, they're fine. They're just like an introduction to swordsmanry as a whole. Oh, yeah, now we're on to Burn Victim's family and Burn Victim himself. Gotta take a drink of soda. Hold on. Let me get out the let me crack open some Meiji Hello Panda chocolate cream center with crunchy shells. While I talk about Burn Victim. Burn Victim's fine. He's related to Big Bad, if I remember. He's like the opposing force. I don't like his face. It looks like a tumor. I think he's only slightly better than fucking Tanjiro's deadbeat dad. His face sucks. He's weird. He's unhelpful. They say, "Oh, he started all of this. He's powerful. Maybe not powerful. He started all this. He's really leading the fight against demons." Man doesn't fucking do anything. He just tells people what to do and sits on his ass while his face rots away. Bad character. Sad, as an orange person would say. His whole family, the wife is fine. The wife's like that kind of thing. And then all his little, these women, his like daughters or whoever these are, I'm not really sure. Who are these people? Yeah, his Kaguya. Oh, that's Burn Victim's name. I'm never gonna bother to learn that. All his daughters are fucking creepy. I hate them. They suck. They're not quite lolly, like pedo bait, but I don't like his daughters. They're slightly better than pedo old man and Rengoku's younger brother, I guess. They're annoying. I think I remember not liking their voice, and they're creepy. I don't like their eyes. They're creepy. I don't like his wife's eyes. I don't like his burn victim ass face. His whole family sucks. They're creepy. No fucking wonder Big Bad is not part of your dumbass family anymore and decided to become the like original demon. I wouldn't want to be related to you either. Oh, now we're on to these folk. Hold on. I am not going to learn these characters' names. And I have a certain hatred for them and what they represent. These characters, bottom, lowest of the low. I hate this. I hate what this represents. I don't like it at all. Draw your own conclusions about that. Alright, now we're on to the demons. The actually cool characters. Not any of this trash. Everything below C that isn't a demon is, I don't know, just whatever. Okay, so there's two Nezukos. Because there's a normal one, and there's the one that kind of gets, big. There's a big burly one. There's a woman Nezuko demon. Normal Nezuko is basically on the same tier as Tanjiro's family. I think I like her even less. She has a little lolly pedo bait in her, but she's not bad enough to like completely get her kicked off this list. I'm almost done eating. 1 second. She's not good. She sucks. This woman's slightly more annoying, but she sits in a box all day and doesn't do anything. And when she does help, he has to fucking keep her on a leash so she doesn't kill anybody. I get that she's the main focal point of the series. Like, this is kind of what it's about, is Tanjiro and Nezuko's relationship. But I really don't like Nezuko. And I don't like looking at her weird little feet and weird little hands. I don't like what that represents. But she does get a lot of good character work, I guess. And there's some sad, feely emotions over it. So that's better than nothing. It's better than F. But low D is the best she's going to get. Now, Nezuko, when she turns into a big lady, like big teenager with like pink fire and starts burning shit and wants to eat everybody, that's kind of cool. That's like I like that wife a little bit more. That's it's kind of cool. It's more interesting. It's more suited. It's kind of weird to see some little person turn into like a big titty goth girl immediately. That's just kind of strange, and I don't like that. But I would prefer if they just did that originally, like just have this giant woman following Tanjiro around. That would have been kind of funny. But that's the actual character, kind of like how I prefer Blood Rage version of Tanjiro to normal. That's what it's all about. She has some cool shit. She lights some demons on fire. It's very interesting. Okay, now on to the actual demons. I don't really care much, and these guys don't even have names usually. This is what hand demon. Get that thing off. I don't want to look at that thing. This is hand demon. What does he do? What is hand demon about? He's let's see. What does he even do? He uses the circle thing. Oh, I remember hand demon vaguely. He's a good introduction to demons, I guess. He was I don't know. Does more than Tanjiro's dad and these fucking people, that's for sure. Hand demon is slightly better than burn victim's wife. I'll say that much. Okay, this next one is Temple Demon. Temple Demon was in a temple, I think. I'd say. Literally, his frame has his head getting cut off, so clearly he doesn't win. I think he's the one that after Tanjiro learns how to be a big fucking man after like train arc, I think he cuts up Temple Demon, if I'm not mistaken, just immediately. So still does more than Tanjiro's deadbeat shit father. I like Temple Demon's design a bit more than Hand Demon. Not as much as I'll put him. I'll put him after Food People because these two Food People are interesting, but Temple Demon's not really that great. What is this? Tongue Demon? That's F. I don't like anything related to tongue shit. I don't even know who this character is, but tongue related characters, not gonna have it. I don't like tongue. Not as bad as their family, but Zenitsu is very slightly better than tongue related enemies. Who's this? Horn Demon? What does Horn Demon do? Horned Demon. He and Tongue Demon got into a scuffle with Kyogai. He gets killed by Inosuke? Voiced by Matthew Mercer? No way! That's like all of the people on here. Horn Demon. It's probably like better than Hand Demon, only slightly. I don't really remember what it does. Here's Swamp Demon. Swamp Demon's the one that killed these two. Swamp Demon. You will ruin the girl's freshness. She's 16. Ooh, kind of creepy. Oh, this fucktard. I thought he looked cool from here, from like this thing, but no, he's like the pool man. Yeah, Swamp Demon is Swamp Demon's shit. Swamp Demon is on the same like creepo tier as the rest of these fucktards. These rest of these demons. Still better than these. Still not as creepy. These three and Zenitsu still aren't as pervy and creepy as this family and pervert swordsmith guy. Fuck that little boy though. He sucks. Slasher. I know that's his name because he was on the train arc, and he like immediately just. And he gets run down by Rengoku, so he's the only fucking demon Rengoku ever manages to kill, which makes him really suck. He's only slightly worse than Rengoku, in my opinion. His move is cool where he just instantly, like that, eats somebody, but I don't know. This is like the woman that plays the mandolin, like within the David Bowie song where Muzan hangs out, the demon area. It's like the lady that plays the lute, and then all the infinite like stair or the infinite buildings start moving around, which I think is neat. Just for that ability alone, you are put in between these Rengoku's mom and the research demon lady that hangs out with the family I don't like. That ability is pretty cool. Doesn't really say much. She's just like, yeah, go see the master. Seems to do her job diligently. This is Guyen's mom. Yeah. Shuzu Shinazugawa is the mother. Genya, yeah, Genya. Is Genya's mom who takes care of them so diligently. She's such a nice mother. So she turns into a demon and tries to eat the fucking. Wait, no, I'm thinking of. I'm thinking these. No, yeah, he does. She does go insane and try to kill them and try to eat them. So that's a pretty cool arc as a story, and that's related to Genya, one of the best characters. As I'll say once again, the Gun Hashira. I'll put her. Going insane and trying to murder your family. That's pretty cool. Especially when you're like kindly mother type. I like that so much. I'll put her on the same. I don't like her as much as Geisha Lady, but she's low B. That's kind of up there. I kind of like that arc. Anything related to Genya immediately is a win. I'm not even gonna look up some of these names because I want to get a move on. Volleyball girl. Volleyball girl. I remember she's kind of annoying. Slightly worse than the animals, I guess. Volleyball girl's brother is same tier as volleyball girl. The spider family. I mean, they're okay. Spider Dad is like same tier as slightly better than Hand Demon. This is the lower rank. These spider children. I think this one even just gives up. This one gets killed by Zenitsu, I think, in a cool way. This third one here, so that puts him, just because he makes that scene possible, that puts him at least next to Grandma. These two, they're shit. I don't even remember them really. Just put them in D. Put them next to Angry Geisha Lady, because I don't even remember what they talk about. This one is okay. This spider demon was interesting. I think he like had like a sad sob story that was kind of cool. He's the first of the lower ranked demons, by the way. Um, and you are probably slightly better than the one Zenitsu kills. This demon, I don't even fucking remember at all. Who is that? This is Wakuraba. What do you do? The rehab training arc. Summoned to the Infinity Castle. And gets killed by Muzan. Oh, so they're like training to be Muzan's little boys. And he gets murdered trying to do that. How shameful. I think I remember something like that being kind of interesting, so. Better than Temple Demon, not as good as Food People. This is Train Guy, isn't it? Yeah, this is Train Guy. Train Guy has an interesting story, and his abilities are kind of cool, and he puts people in like their own head and gives them sweet dreams, or made of these. So I'd even say Train Guy is as good as um, lower B tier. I like Train Guy. I thought he was kind of interesting. This dude, I don't remember him at all. He has interesting tattoos. I'll give him that. Kamanui was a member of the 12 Kyuzuki. Uh huh. He also gets killed by Muzan in that weird like growth arm he does. That's an interesting way to die, though. You're on the same tier as your friend, though your hair is slightly better, so I'll put him there. And I think this guy's also in that arc of being murdered, but he has some dumb scarf, so he's only a little bit better than Temple Demon in C. What about this angry looking one? Kyogai. Oh, this is the this is the one that hits his drums. This is the drum demon. The mansion one. I remember that. Drum demon led to some. I always thought it was cool that they did like non-Euclidean, like SCP kind of geometry with the house, and Drum Demon participates in that. So just for that ability alone being interesting, I put that next to the lute lady, the guitar lady. I don't remember this one at all. These two. Who are these two? Rokuro. Rokuro. Let me see. Gets murdered by Muzan. I'm seeing a trend. What about this one? Does this next one get killed by Muzan? Silenced by Muzan and killed by Muzan. Well, you guys are just as I like you slightly better than the guy with the scarf. Not as much as him because he has like kind of cool elf ears. You have an interesting face, sort of, but again, you die. They all died the same death. These guys suck. Still better than. Still did more. At least they got killed by Muzan. They still did more than Tanjiro's dad. Um. Now we're on to the last arc of the series. Not the last arc. The last arc of the tier list. The upper rank demons. Beginning with Hatengu. Han Tengu, the little man, that runs around that they try to catch, which is kind of a funny ability, and he creates he has a big tumor on his head, which is kind of gross, but I guess that's kind of cool. He was able to overwhelm Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya. I know. He has neat abilities. He's very durable neck. He's kind of whiny though, and he curls up in a little ball and cries inside of a big little pocket made out of wood, which I think is quite pathetic, but I guess that's kind of the point. And he's like ugly. He's like, I don't want to be ugly. Like his power is in being a little bitch. That's where he derives his power from, which I think that's kind of cool. I don't like his design though. His design is kind of gross. I don't like the big fat fucking tumor on his head. So that puts him. It's kind of burn victim energy. He's only as good. He's only slightly better than burn victim. I guess Tanjiro's brother. I don't remember why I put this one here. He needs to go back down here with the family. He's not as good as their mom though. No, their mom's only slightly better. Actually, why did I put this fucking weirdo here? He goes back here. And this guy I don't even remember. Like I said, if I don't remember him, then he must not have been that annoying. I don't really remember who this demon is at all. I think it's just an insert for the ones that Gun Tengu, whatever his name is, summons. Like the little demons he summons out of his ass, and then they're like, they exhibit different emotions, and then they turn into the big guy with the drum that like has gravity magic with the snake wooden dragon heads. They're cooler than the guy who summoned them by a little bit. I like the wooden dragons. This is kind of the section of abilities that are cool, high C, where I'm like, it's neat that you're here to provide something for the people to fight, but you don't have all that much of a character. Better than Drum Demon, not as good as Loot Lady, I'll say that. Okay. The sex prostitute who turns into the savage demon, who's one of the upper demons, like upper 5 or something, upper 3. These guys are upper 6. Both of them are upper 6. So upper 6 woman, upper 6 sex prostitute. I bet has made a lot of people feel some sort of way on screen, and she's annoying, but not in a way that's like detrimental to the series. High C next to above Nezuko. But her brother, on the other hand, her shit ass brother, fucking next to Rengoku. I fucking hate him. His moves are annoying. His abilities are weird. I don't like the weird sickle stuff. He's gross to look at. He looks like his fucking head was dunked in green dye. He looks like a stick of broccoli. I've known people in high school that are like this man, men and women. At least she has the gall to be like kind of obnoxious and like go through the walls and be kind of a spider. He's just like, I hate him. He sucks. I guess I'm supposed to not like him, but that doesn't make me not like him. I'm not even gonna look up his name. That's how much I don't like this character. He reminds me of like this fucking. He reminds me of like a little skinny like emo. Like, I don't get it why nobody likes me at school when you have the most abysmal personality that's ever been crafted. I'll stop talking about it. Potman, I like Potman. I like Potman so much. I think I'm gonna put Potman at the low end of A. Potman, Pot Demon Man. He like has the weird fish bubbles and they're like CG. It looks fucking stupid. It looks like something out of Mario, which I kind of like. Uh, he's like an artist. That's why he admires the man of pure focus over here that I like so much. He's like, oh, he's like jealous. He's like, why can't I be like that? It's everything. He's he's an extra demon, which I kind of like. And his design is weird with having mouths for eyes, but I don't know. He's kind of a shit poster. I think of him as a shit poster demon. Him and Mist Hashira over here have some very good interactions, and their fight scene is actually probably the second best in the series, behind Izui's with the emo down there I don't like. I said in the beginning there's a lot of characters that haven't done shit. There's really only been one. Okay, now on to guy that killed Rengoku. He I'm gonna put him. He's better. He's not as good as Snake Man. I don't know. He has more things going on than Snake Man. I kind of view him as the only upper rank demon who's actually like he's carrying the demons basically. He's doing all the work. He kills a Hashira, which none of them do before. Kills a Hashira, fucks off into the woods, makes Tanjiro mad, insults Tanjiro, which I really like. That's a good thing to do. And then he's like has some beef with some of the other demons. He's really the only one actually doing work. He's the only one doing anything. He's the only one who's killed a Hashira on screen so far as we know. Like, they should all strive to be like him. He doesn't have much in the way of personality. He just punches. He has like weird sound attacks that just kind of travel over distance. And then he just grows new arms. He's kind of just like the hand-to-hand combat demon. And I remember he wants to be the best warrior. That's why he became a demon. He just wants to have infinite combat with somebody, which is admirable. He's like one of the demons that doesn't have immediately nefarious reasons for being there. Sorry, I'm fucking with my soda can down here. So that makes him more interesting. He's the demon that gets stuff done. Upper rank 2, I believe. He's upper rank 3. Upper rank 2 is more extra than the demon who's already extra. That's the way I view it. He's like, yeah, I'm in town. And then he makes upper 6. And he seems to just wander around, and he's like, he gets his head cut off by upper 3. He doesn't care at all. He's like, oh, I guess so. He's like Pot Demon is the extra demon. Upper rank 2 is Pot Demon's the artist demon. Upper rank 2 is the extra demon. He's the guy who's like, I guess so. He's like the actor. He's like, I guess so. I don't know. I think he's funny. And his hair is interesting, and he has a weird hat. There's a cool design going on. Let me get to the other ones. Upper rank 1. There's only 2 left, because I'm not going to talk about these. I don't know who any of these people are. Upper rank 1 has not done anything. He sat there and been edgy and teleported around. He's like, you guys need to cool your jets. He hasn't actually done anything. I thought he was going to be cooler when his hair was in front of him and he only had 2 eyes, but then I found out he had 6, and that kind of ruined it for me. I'm like, damn, we could have had a cool looking character now, but now he looks like a spider. He looks kind of stupid. I guess that's the point of the demons, is to look ugly as shit, but he hasn't really done anything, and that's not, I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me. He just doesn't have anything going on so far in the Netflix series. He probably does in the book, but I'm not going to read that. And finally, we move on to Shimona. Michael Jackson, the leader of Demonkind, he's an S. He's Is he better than Zen? He is probably. Let me see. I'd put him. He doesn't really steal the show when he's on. He doesn't have like that great of a character. I put him at the bottom of S. He's just like, he's Michael Jackson. He started the whole thing. He's the coolest guy. He's just some 7-year-old vampire that just really hated peasants and then drank some shit and killed a guy, and then now he's here. I did like it when he just exploded half a house on a whim just because he read some shit about a flower. That was kind of funny. I don't know why he dresses like Michael Jackson, even though it's supposed to be like, I guess, late 1800s, early 1800s. In Japan, they have trains and shit going on. He's pretty cool, ish. I'm not doing him justice because I put him in S, but he's the main villain of the series. He's how it all started. He pissed his pants when he saw Tanjiro's grandpappy. He didn't die though, so clearly he must have been better. He's doing something right if he's still around. They're like, man, he felt fear when he saw that swordsman. Well, he's still around, so his fear was good for him. That's a natural human emotion. He's more human than you, Tanjiro, because at least he feels fear. He's not like a little coward bitch boy. He exploded 2 women's heads. I don't know any coward that would do that. And then he's trying to look up how to become on Google. He's trying to look up how to become a demon that can go around in the sun. And that's why I think keeping Nezuko around is kind of a shit idea, because that's exactly what he wants. And I think he'll probably pull that shit for himself. And, be the king of everything one day or something. Until Mr. Izui's harem of wives puts an end to that. On their own. Anyway, that'll do it. What a video. What quality I've put forth here. Hit all the buttons at the bottom. Hit all the buttons below the channel if you would. I've heard they do something.